Well, hello again. Another little video just to keep you up that I'm still here. I'm still doing stuff for people, different railway problems. But what this is, I've had a new Loco and some coaches, but also how you can play around with the programs that you've made running your Locos. So first of all, this is my new Loco, my Class 91. I'll just run it around through slowly so you can actually see it running without the sound on. With the coaches, I got the Loco for 124 quid and the coaches for £24.50 each. Now the Loco itself has had an HM7000 decoder put into it. Bring it around here just to show you. Like this, and stop here, like that. Right. The only problem I found with this, not the Loco's brilliant, it weighs a ton, so it's really good for pulling. But what it actually is that when you go through the sounds, the one for the guard's whistle only works when the train is in reverse mode. Because this train you can run it both ways. By that cab or by that cab, but when you run it this way you can't get the guard's whistle to work. From where you go that way you can. I presume if you had another one of these and add it to the end of the coaches up there, then you could use that one for the guard's whistle. But what I do is I fiddle it. I fiddle a lot of my programs. Now then, one thing with these when you're making a program is you know that you go to the little tape there, press that and it says whatever you touch now it'll record. So you record your Loco going round, and what happens is that, you know, when these all mine do it, then they get round here. What it actually is, when they get about here, somewhere around here, I do the horn or whistle if it's a steam Loco. And then when it does it again 4 times around. But what happens usually is that once you've done that first one, it doesn't work. If you're using the same whistle or horn, it doesn't work again. So they go missing. So what you've got to do is to put them into the system. Now then, the way you normally do it, so you've made a program for this, which is, I'll show you what that is. I go on to here for now, go to here, and go here and go to here. That is the normal program which you make. Now, as I said, you've got to then work out where to put those whistles. Now then, one thing you can do with Railmaster is if you go down here on the bottom here and go to this little pin here and click that, what it does, it puts all them in there. And what happens is if you then press the little green button there, that forward movement there, it'll then go through all these. So what I actually do, I'll go through this one particular I've done. Now, so it's all ready. So all I've got to do is I go to here and do this. And it'll now start clicking. But as you notice here, it's running in seconds. So this is the Loco itself here. With this one is that you put the cab lights on, and once you start to move, the doors opening and you get the doors closing. Also I've got the train announcement in as well. When this thing starts off, those lights go out, as do on this Batman. This was a complete sound one, I bought that one. I'll show you what I mean by this.
A buffet service is available on this train. British Rail would like to apologise to passengers for the late running of this service and any inconvenience this may have caused.
Now, as I said, they can't get the guard's whistle in that, but over there, that train there has got a guard's whistle, so I put that into the programme for this one, and it works. I'll show you in a second. There's the door security. There's the guard's whistle, which is coming out of that train there. Got a brilliant horn on it, this one has. So it goes out there, see the lights go out when it starts off, and off it goes. Now what you've got to do then is loop down here at those seconds, and when it gets around to the next one, which is going to be 104, 1, 2, 3, 4, there you are. And then the next one is going to be 116, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16, that goes again, and now 128, here it comes again, see it's coming round. And then I've got another one at 140. There we go. Now it's going to go down to 147, and then it should have to slow down. There we go. Now it should come round here now to stop at 161. Now this might, you'll watch it when it comes around here. That's where it should stop there. There you go. Just like that. You just wait for it to do all these little bits. You'll see them all going out here. Then 1, 2, another one, complete. So what you do then is that when you're coming round, you find out where that timing is you want it, such as on here, then you add it into here by, same as like this one here. If I go to here like this and do this, and then go to plus, it puts another one in there. Now actually what I want to do is, I'll just come out of that because otherwise it'll mess me with my program up. So that is how you actually do it. They're quite easy to do. So I say, all you've got to do is to find those timings. So if I go back on here again, just show you what I mean. Go to here, go to that particular one, which is that one there. Now this particular part, which is this train announcement, what I've actually done with that is I've actually made the train announcement up, and I've done that via my, let's come out here a second and reduce this down a minute. I come to here, which is my train announcement thing. This is 20 quid, or was 20 quid, still is I think. Here we go. And what you do here, as I said before, so you have the next train to depart, which is there. You can have it cancelled, there's all sorts of things in this thing. Same as if I go to here, like this bit here, up here. On here, we say here, go to the station busker. Now I've got my little 1p over there, it's got a program which will run on the main line here. What it does is it comes around here, that signal box does bells, and that signal box does bells as it goes round. I've built them into the system. Here's the signal. That's that one. We've got a pub. Ice cream van. Church bells. There's all sorts of stuff in here, thunderstorms and everything in here. So I actually then built my program to that, such as that Aberdeen one there. And then how many coaches it's got, where the first class is located, the bumpy side, all this. Then all you've got to do is then press this bit here. See, that at the moment is just going to go Aberdeen. So if I just press this play,
The next train to depart on platform 1 will be the 09:45, the Aberdonian service to Aberdeen.
That's all it does. But all those particular ones are all down here. You light them up and it'll write them all in. And what you do is once you've done that and you press this, it'll put in the system. If I go down here and go back down here a minute and go to sounds here, there's the Aberdeen one there, so you just click on that.
The next train to depart on platform 2 will be the 09:45, the Aberdonian service to Aberdeen, calling at Peterborough.
So that is how I do it, and what I actually do then is I use my stopwatch, which is on my phone. I time out to how much it actually is, and then what I actually do then is if I come around here a minute, go back to here and go to the ABBA one, which is that one there, right? So what I've done is I've actually done all this bit, which is the cab lights and everything else, and then what I do then is from there I then start the stopwatch, work out, say it's 20 seconds. I work out the 20 seconds and then I start this bit on this bit. That's how I make the program. Then what I do is I come back to here, and just after I've done that I will then add in the time, the start time, which is there is 14 seconds there. That'll play that, and then all that comes in. So that's how it all works in. I can do that with all. I do that with all my locos. Right now, then one thing is like this one here that I've done before with other locos. This one here is pulling a load of ore. So this is not going to go off at 70 mile an hour around this track. It doesn't look right. This has been set at 40 mile an hour. These are all set at 50 mile an hour. They're all set at 50 through my speedometer, but I've done it through there that it's governed to 40 mile an hour. So what I've got now is same as that one there, is I've done that one for you. Now what I'll do is do this one, and you'll see how that one works. As the lights come on, start it up. I haven't done the cold start, it takes a long cold start, so I'll just show you. Like that. There's the lights come on. And as this starts up, the cab lights go out on their own, as they do with the other one. All the ones you've actually, so that's got a wagon finding in it, which is ideal. Now that one will come round again like this. Here it comes. There. So that's time for that one. And that's how they're all timed in. Now then, with this now, as it's running, it's got a program. But if I want to, this is going to go around about 4 times. But if I want this to keep running, all I have to do is to go to here, go to the little amber box there, and turn that. It's now back to manual. So this train now is running manually. So I can actually press the horn there, like that. Now if I bring it round here and slow it down here, so I can run the trains automatically or manually like this. So we just do this, and when it gets round here and stops, we'll hear the wagons clang again. Now of course this won't all turn off because you've been running the system the other way. So what I can do with that now is I actually turn these all off like this, and that one there and that one, and it's all back to normal. So these are all the type of tricks you can do with this type of system. So I'm saying one thing you've got with Railmaster is you've got all the locos. So here, as you see, these are the only locos that we're running on this part I'm going to do. So when I do normal stuff, so if I actually go back to here, so when I can go to here and go to HM7000, they're all my HM7000 locos, like that. So I can run them that way round. Also I've got in there is, I've got my, where are they? Lost them. 68s there. So those are those two over there, that one there, and this one here. So I can run them on their own if I want. I can run my 33s. You can do all this kind of thing if you want to. So I say, when you program the trains, then you can put them into shunters. So if I actually go to here for a second, I'll show you what I mean. This is always takes time, this bit does, because there's so many locos. Now if you go to here, this where it says steam, look here, I've got diesel, shunters, maintenance, express, demo, which is what I normally use, electric, that only brings my electric one in, which is my say 87. Sound, I can use my sounds, DMUs, green trains, favourites, 68, sign, which is the sign on the platform, turntable, that controls the turntable, 700s, cross 33s, tester, add new group, and that's how I add them all in, like that. It's so easy to do. Now if I go back now to my what I've just been doing, which is double run, that's it, double one right out. Now I've done all those, I can then set up a schedule. Now the schedule normally consists of this one, my 158 coming out, over to there, over to the signal box. That one comes out and goes round to here, and then goes back again. Then this one comes back from there and parks back in there. Then it goes to that one, then it goes to that one. And so I can actually put just those three on if I want to. I can put those two on. You can make the schedule to what you want, so you can build it up to run all day basically with all you've got on your layout. Except that you make sure you've got them in the right tracks. So as I say, I've got quite a few up there. There's another program over there, there's a double shunting over there. I've got them all over the place. I love doing my programs. So what I'm going to do now, just to finish off, I'm going to run that one, then that one. Now what I've actually got on here, I've got two clocks here. The first clock will run everything on what I've got in the system to run on program, and that'll only do the two. Now what I've got to do with that, first of all, I've got to go to here, and there's all my programs which I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is do this one and this one, like that, which is the two trains I'm going to run for now. I now click this, and what I do now is, all I've got to do now is click this, and you watch the clock. The clock will change. Now, and that's going to clock down, and as soon as that thing, yeah, this one now starts up. So I can mess around with these all day and play with them how I want them. That's one blessing with the Railmaster. You've got all the, I can put 6 locos on screen at one time and use them. Whereas if you've got the HM7 there and you've got to switch from one to the other, and if you've got one which is going to crash into another one, you've got to try and rush and get into the other one, and might not even manage to do it.
Darlington, Newcastle, Edinburgh, Dundee and Aberdeen.
But so to say, the whistle is coming out of that one, but everything else is coming out of that, because that will only go in reverse on whistle. Why it does it, I don't know. It's unusual. Most of the time when you press the whistle, it goes either way, but this one doesn't do it. Whether there's a way of altering that, I don't know. But it doesn't bother me that much. I can just change it round as I want this way round. There's the doors going. There it is, the guard's whistle. There's the light's gone out, and away it goes. With some locos, they'll behave themselves, some don't. Every time you do a programme, it depends on how if it's been warmed up or what room it's in. It depends on how the loco is going to react. That is now a lovely looking loco now, these coaches. Every time he gets here, you'll hear the horn go. There you go. Doesn't have to be exact every time, but you can make it exact every time, but it doesn't bother me. Let's do it again now. There it goes. Slowing down now. Now this is where it can cause a problem. Because every time it does it, every time it might not do it, it might go to stop there when it's cold, it might pass it. Look, it's gone just a little bit past now. There's the lights come on. I'll just move it back a bit there. That's done that bit. There's the door shutting again on the coaches. Yeah, it's all out. Now this will start up. There's the cab lights on. Goes. I say this shouldn't go round it. If you just remember, if that was going round at 70 miles an hour, if you had to put the brakes on, the weight of the wagons behind that loco are going to push it forward. So in real life they don't do that, they slow down so the train will actually stop altogether. So it's just making it more realistic. So see, with on this layer, because it's so small as such, all my trains are regulated at 50 miles. This one's setting at 40 miles an hour, which is just ideal for what it's doing. It's just an all wagon going round. There it goes. It'll come round again. Now this might go right, it might not. See, all of it is where the temperature, what room it's in. When these locos are cold, they don't always stop where they do, so you run them round a few times around the track and then do the programme, then it works now. So as in now it's going to stop, not far enough now I don't think. It's going to stop up there. It might come round to it. Here it comes. Same part, stop now. The next time I do it, it might work completely right. You get a bit annoying at times, so what you've got to do is you can just start it off with the first bit and then run it as a manual train. It is. And that'll turn off now, you know, and then the cab lights will go off, and then you'll hear the door go as well on this. We haven't heard the door go, it hasn't gone, but that's how it all works. So say I've been working on some layouts for people, and one of the other things I've got, as you see around here, my little cars have got lights on, they just switch on from a switch down below. All these, the police box, and there's a little boy here, they are a camera, there's a van over there with a light on, there's welding in there, they all work on a special train tech unit. But what I can do, what I've done with that is I've actually gone on here. So all I have to do with that is go to here and click this, this, this and this. It's now turned them all off. And also I've got a relay called an RL1 relay. Because of all this lighting on here, none of this is coming off the track. It's on a transformer of its own. So what I've done with that, these RL1 relays will take 2 amps across the contacts. So they quite a bit of load. So what I've actually got is one of the relays actually operates the street lights. Now if I go to here now and look at this and do this, it's turned all those street lights off except for these here. All my buildings have gone off and everything else. If I now turn it back on again, then that set of points there actually control those piddly yards. So if I actually turn, because this track here is going straight into the piddly yards where all them are, and this track here goes right the way around there at the back, through the tunnel into my turntable at the back there, and into my piddly yards around the back. So if I actually go to those set of points and do this, watch the yard lights. Yard lights have gone off because the points have gone to around the back because I'm not getting into the piddly yard. Put them back again, and back we come. So these are all the different things I can play around here. So I'm saying there's things in Railmaster to make these train announcements, but you've got to time each one, and it takes it a lot of while. Since I've had that station announcement generator, it's made life a lot easier for doing these things. So if you want me at any time, I'm always here. I'm on 01782 302194. My email address is there as well, and if you want to contact me, please do, just if a chat. Nothing's been happening much with Railmaster. There is one little thing that's come through, some documentation, but at the moment there's been a bit of delay from Railmaster people. So until I get the stuff, I'm afraid we've got to sit with it as it is. There'll be no update. There'll be no updates on Railmaster until this new system has been evaluated, which I am going to be doing. So until that time, we've just got to sit and wait. I'll keep you informed what's going on. So in the meantime, keep well, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.